Greetings everyone, I'm Prince B, coming at you once again with more Amiibo to unbox. Today we are rounding out the Animal Crossing series with Rover, Cap'n, Timmy and Tommy, and Summer Isabelle. I debated splitting this into separate videos, maybe Rover and Cap'n on their own, Timmy and Tommy and Isabel together, or even just individual videos for each. But I kind of wanted to just finish the Animal Crossing series off kind of the way it started. It started with a huge, massive unboxing, and then the rest were all kind of grouped together. So I figured, why not just end it the way we started it, with another big send-off for a series of figures that look good, but unfortunately don't have a fantastic game to accompany them. Not that anyone really uses Amiibo for their functionality anyway, am I right? Anyways, we'll start over here with, let's start with Rover. We'll save Isabel over here for last. She is the one we started with, after all. Anyways, Rover over here. Rover is a character. I don't care too much about Rover. There are plenty of characters I would have loved to have over him, like Brewster, Tortimer, you know, just a lot of characters. I mean, Rover's kind of iconic to the series, so he's got that going for him, but other than that, I don't think he's the most interesting character. But he is, again, iconic and nostalgic, especially, especially for anyone who grew up with the original GameCube game. The first character you see in that is KK, who, kind of just gives his little intro to the game, and then after that, the first character you actually interact with is Rover on the train, and he sets up your game with your town's name, sets up the clock and date for you, and his questions that he asks you determines your appearance. So I mean, he's kind of an important character, and again, a lot of that's just nostalgic. In Wild World and City Folk, his role was actually replaced with Kapp'n over here, and then I think he returned in New Leaf. It's been so long since I started a new character on New Leaf that I don't really remember off the top of my head, but, so that's Rover. Oop. Oh. NFC blocker. So that's Rover. He's kind of, I don't know, he pretty much looks just like a generic cat villager. So I've actually seen some people do some cool customs with him. Which is interesting because most of the other characters, even though Isabel is a dog and there are dog villagers, she has a completely separate model and everything, completely unique. Because most of the dogs just use a generic model. But she's got the Shih Tzu model. Rover over here doesn't really have that. He's just a generic. He just looks just like a generic cat villager, really. Of course, he is a special NPC character. So I mean, he looks kind of plain when you compare him with some of the other some of the other special figure NPCs. But it does look spot on. It just does look like him. One thing I noticed is it's particularly prevalent if you tilt him a little. Like I had him up on a shelf before I did the unboxing, and he just had this stare like this, and it was just staring into my soul. I don't know, I think they could have given him, his pose is kind of simple, but I like that. But I feel like his facial expression could have been a little better. He just looks like he's just kind of gazing off. He looks a bit more, I don't know. He looks more like a figure than some of the other characters where they have some kind of expression or some kind of life to him. He actually just does look like just like a plastic figure of Rover, like something you could actually get in the game or something. He does have his tail back here. Pretty nice. Texture on the hem of his outfit there. And why isn't he wearing pants? Why don't Animal Crossing characters wear pants? He's wearing shorts. She wears a skirt. They wear an apron but no shirt. Put a shirt on. but most of the villagers don't wear pants. So that's something weird about Animal Crossing. Overall, Rover, I'm getting sidetracked. Rover here, no real paint bleeding or anything. He's not my favorite Animal Crossing character. Not my favorite figure from the series either. It's kind of minimalistic compared to some of the other ones. But it is solid. It does look just like him, which is what it needs to do. So, I mean, it accomplishes its function. Put him there. Next, we'll move on to Kapp'n. Kapp'n, like I said, takes over Rover's role for Wild World and City Folk. And in New Leaf, he comes back to do the island, which was his original role in the GameCube, so he's just kind of all over the place. But I really like Kapp'n. He's kind of Animal Crossing's pervert character, if you will, the one that's in every anime show ever, where you got that token pervert character. He's pretty much that for the Animal Crossing series. If you play as a female character, he'll make some he'll have some suggestive dialogue, and if you're playing as a male character, he'll kind of try and give you tips on how to woo the ladies. Not that that's an actual function of Animal Crossing, it's just kind of funny dialogue. So he's kind of an interesting, charming character. He's got a lot more personality than Rover over here. Also, Rover, he's a cat, but Rover is a dog's name, typically, so I mean, he's at least got that interesting little factoid going for him. Here is Kapp'n. I don't know. He's had a lot of different outfits over the games. I think this is his outfit in New Leaf, but I haven't even played that game in forever, so could be wrong. But I do like it. It kind of just it fits his like laid back personality. The sunglasses are a nice touch. It's got the little flowers on there, and he's got his shell on the back, which I think in like the English localizations they kind of refer to him as like a turtle, but he's not. He's actually based off the Japanese kappa, which he's actually a kappa, which is a Japanese like a water imp. Also appears in Yokai Watch. Anyone wants to do a Walkappa custom, be my guest. I'd love to see that. But they're kind of like violent. They were like known for like dragging people off into the rivers and like eating them or something. I don't know exactly. I'm not up to date on my Japanese mythology, but just some interesting trivia. He's not actually a turtle, even though he's got the turtle shell. He's a kappa, and that's also where his name Kapp'n comes from. It's a play off kappa, but it was kind of lost in translation due to most of the world being fairly unfamiliar with kappas as a concept outside of people who are really big into Japanese mythology or watch a lot of anime and etc. And also the fact that they changed him to a turtle, so he lost that. Anyway, back to the figure. The turtle shell looks pretty good. Looks like and he's got the little bowl head thing that kappas are kind of known for. His expression, it's better than Rover's for sure, but it could be a little more expressive. But then again, I guess, like I said, he is kind of laid back, so it fits that. Another charming character. It would have been interesting if like they'd put him on like sand or something instead of the grass for the base. I get that it makes it unified with the other Animal Crossing characters, but it would have been just a nice little nod to Cap'n being more related to boats than anything else. I'm getting way off topic. Let's move on to Timmy and Tommy. I just really like talking about the Animal Crossing characters because I grew up with I grew up with a lot of Nintendo characters, but a lot of time on Animal Crossing just because it was a game that it's a game series that you can pretty much play forever, which is just, I spent a lot of time with it as a kid, so I love these characters, except for Rover. Anyways, here's Timmy and Tommy. Here we go. These guys are super adorable. Their relationship to Nook is kind of like ever-changing. I don't know what the official one is, but I've heard that they were orphans who Nook took in. I've heard that they're his nephews. It's just, I don't really know, and I don't care enough to actually look it up, but I probably should. Uh, but dang if they aren't really adorable. Their apron is got the nice texture on it. In this box, like, when you think how would you fit the two figures on one stand, the obvious one would be to just like put them side by side, or maybe have them just behind him. But then you'd run into issues with their heads and everything. But the box raising, I don't know, we'll say Timmy Tommy. The box raising Tommy up is just really creative and great, and it just looks really nice. Not too much to say about them. They're pretty much just mini nooks, but that box is such a great little extra feature there. Just a great design choice, in my opinion. And it kind of fits with their theme. They're like, they in New Leaf they took over Nook's shop, but they've always been related to Nook's shop and like holding items and stuff. So it's like a little shipping box that they're just kind of using as a prop. So that's cute, and I like it a lot. Also seen some, I think I saw an Ice Climber custom of that, of these guys, where they gave them the Ice Climbers parkas, and it was pretty adorable. So that was that. And lastly, to round off the Animal Crossing series is Summer Isabelle. I've got the winter figure over here. And I debated on whether or not I was going to get this. I do prefer Summer Isabelle's outfit to Winter Isabelle's, even though Winter has the better pose. I just prefer this outfit. This one looks kind of frumpy. But ultimately, what it came down to was I was already getting most of the characters anyways, may as well finish it. And then I already got some other recolors, like Silver Mario, Gold Mega Man, the alternate Kirby's. I figured if I'm going to go with this, I may as well pretty much just keep going with ones that I like. I still have no interest in like the Sky Amiibo ones or whatever, but I do like most Amiibo, so if I like it, I'll probably end up getting it. And I like Summer Isabelle more than Winter Isabelle, but I already had Winter Isabelle before Summer Isabelle was announced, so we got Summer Isabelle, yay! Anyways, like I said, I like this outfit so much more. It's pretty much her like standard outfit for like marketing purposes and everything, so it's the one we see her in more often. It just looks cuter, frankly. I don't know. I mean, not that the winter one is terrible or anything. It's just I don't know. I met Isabel in this outfit, so I kind of prefer it for that reason. But I think it's cuter with the short sleeves. She just looks, I don't know. This one makes her look like an old lady. But it's got the same details. It's got the little bells up on her hairband. Her tail's there, and it's all poofy. The shirt, or the vest, is textured. She's got her little red ribbon under her chin. The one problem I have with this one, well, I mean, aside from the fact this is a better pose, would have been nice to have like the same pose but like mirrored, so this arm was up and everything. But that's not a terribly huge deal. The main problem is that, like, I said on this one that it looks like she has a beard when I first opened it. This one, it's like super noticeable. People were saying that she's got 5 o'clock shadow, and I hate to say it, but it's kind of true. It just, I don't know, she just looks kind of, it's kind of noticeable. Not a deal breaker or anything, but that's probably my one like big complaint, and my one tiny complaint about it is just the pose is kind of standard. But that wraps up the Animal Crossing characters, unless we get more in the future, like maybe with the Animal Crossing on NX game, which I really want. Please, Nintendo. Anyways, that's that. Again, give me my Walkappa custom, please. That's the Animal Crossing figures. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Anyways, thank you for watching as always. I'll see you all next time for some more Amiibo content. Prince B signing out.